we're doing a deep dive into everything you need to set up your kitchen to cook healthy meals in less time. Today, I'm going to share with you 50 essential kitchen tools and their uses. As a professional chef and home cook, and a mom, I can't live without my kitchen tools and gadgets. They make all the difference when preparing meals. In fact, the right kitchen tools help me to save time prepping and cooking and can make or break a recipe. Because there's such a variety of kitchen tools to choose from, it can be hard to know what's really worth it. Therefore, in this video, I'm highlighting 50 of the best kitchen tools and gadgets out there to make your life easier. Whether you're shopping for a friend who's striving to be the next top chef, or you're an avid home cook yourself hoping to level up your kitchen game, this video is going to be your go-to guide this year. No more using paper towels to hand dry your lettuce leaves. Hello, salad spinner. Similarly, you can cut down the cleaning time for your one-pot soup recipe thanks to an immersion blender. So let's run through these picks and get prepared to have more fun cooking in your kitchen. So let's get started with our basic kitchen tools, knives. A good set of knives are essential kitchen tools. They make chopping and slicing easier and safer and allow you to have better control when dealing with intricate cutting. I recommend owning at least one good 8-inch chef knife and one small paring knife. If you want to have a variety of knife options, a knife block set includes a paring knife, a serrated knife, santoku knife, as well as a chef's knife. Take care of your knife and you'll have a reliable kitchen companion for years. A wooden cutting board. A wooden board is durable and easy on your knives. Bamboo, on the other hand, is really dulling for your knife. Additionally, a wooden cutting board also serves as a built-in serving platter. A 1-inch thick board is built for longevity. It makes for an attractive yet practical holiday gift. Stainless steel mixing bowls. Stainless steel bowls are easy to handle and won't break, making them an excellent choice for most mixing tasks. For one, you can use them as a double boiler setup. They also come with lids, which means you can easily use them for storage in the fridge or freezer. Fine mesh strainer. Fine mesh strainers are great for rinsing fine grains like quinoa. They're also good for rinsing rice, washing small quantities of herbs or vegetables, sifting powdered sugar or flour, and straining sauces or blended purees. I recommend a set of stainless steel fine mesh strainers that are sturdy with long handles. A colander. Draining pasta or canned foods and rinsing vegetables is made much easier with a colander. It can even double as a steamer basket or be used for blanching vegetables. This stainless steel version has wide grip handles and a solid resting base. Wooden cooking spoons. Why do you need wooden cooking spoons? Wooden cooking spoons are gentle on pans and won't scratch the surface of your cast iron skillet. Wood is also naturally antibacterial. Wood is an inert material and won't react with the acid in foods. Say goodbye to metallic tasting tomato sauce. Stainless steel cooking spoons. Why you need a stainless steel spoon when you have wooden spoons? They're easier to clean than the wooden spoons, and they're also thin and sturdy, making them better for jobs where you're sliding under a heavy piece of cooked squash or something like that. In fact, if you're tossing a pan of roasted vegetables and want to scrape little bits off the bottom, a metal spoon can help. A spatula. Baking is an excellent time to break out one of my favorite silicone kitchen tools. A silicone spatula is handy for folding together baking ingredients, scraping out the batter from a mixing bowl, or even thinly spreading frosting. In addition, it's easy to throw in the dishwasher and less likely to absorb smells or colors from food. A soup ladle. If you regularly cook soups, stews, or chili, or anything that involves broth, then you need a soup ladle. It's great even for serving punch or pouring stock into jars. You can also use it to portion out soups into meal prep containers. You can find one that has a double-sided pouring spout if you like that kind. Measuring cups for dry ingredients. Liquid and dry measuring cups may have the same volume, but each is designed to accurately measure their respective ingredients. Measuring cups for dry ingredients are made to fill to the brim with the dry ingredient and level out without packing, unless it's sugar. A measuring cup for liquid ingredients, on the other hand, is designed so that the measurement is below the top of the cup. You can fill it to the correct measure and pour out the ingredient without spilling. For baking, wet ingredients need to be measured using this instead of a dry measuring cup. Measuring spoons. Measuring ingredients correctly is vital to the success of cooking and especially baking. For example, some foods can be greatly affected by too much or too little of certain ingredients. A set of measuring spoons is one of those kitchen measuring tools used for both wet and dry measures. A garlic press. If you don't like mincing garlic by hand, try a garlic press. It produces uniformly minced garlic with just one squeeze. It's also convenient for those times when you need to crush a lot of garlic at once. A citrus reamer. A citrus reamer is a simple handheld juicer that works well to get the most juice from both large and small citrus fruits. This wooden one is compact and doesn't react with the acid in the fruits. Its handle is comfortable to grip, and the tips and ridges are sharp enough to juice without straining your wrist. A whisk. Whether you're making a roux, a gravy, or a sauce, a whisk is handy for mixing liquid substances and smoothing the lumps from the mixtures. I recommend having a 3-piece set with different sizes to allow you to mix everything from a large bowl of pancake batter to a small batch of vinaigrette. A microplane zester. Grating Parmesan cheese, zesting citrus fruits, shaving chocolate, shredding coconut. A microplane zester does it all. The blades are super sharp and spaced close together, making for a finer grate. In addition, it's compact if space is an issue in your kitchen. It might seem unnecessary to have a microplane, but once you've tasted fresh lemon zest in your recipes, you'll never go without it. A vegetable peeler. A vegetable peeler is a classic kitchen workhorse that can make meal prep easier. A well-designed peeler should not cut too deep. Equally important, it should be easy to maneuver around large surfaces of an apple as well as small corners of a piece of ginger root. Even if you're a fan of using unpeeled fruits and vegetables, there will be times when you just need one of these. A can opener. Though cans with peel-off lids are pretty standard these days, sometimes the ring snaps off, leaving you digging around for a can opener. This can opener has an easy-to-turn knob, making opening cans an easy task, as well as a built-in bottle opener. I'm not a big fan of using lots of canned goods myself, but there are always times that I need one. Hello, coconut milk and pumpkin puree. Parchment paper. Lining a baking sheet with parchment paper when making cookies makes cleanup a breeze. And it can prevent them from cracking or breaking too. Another great use of parchment paper is to roll out your dough between two sheets to more easily maneuver the dough. Make a packet when roasting vegetables or even fruits to keep the moisture and build flavor. I prefer the unbleached variety to avoid bleach potentially leaching into my food. Glass food storage containers. Glass food storage containers are perfect for meal prep and make it easy to see what's stored inside. They're stain resistant and don't retain colors. I use them all the time. I recommend getting a set that's oven-proof so you can use them from oven to fridge and easily reheat leftovers. The oven-proof ones tend to also be dishwasher and freezer-friendly. Locking lids are great because they won't end up with ripped corners like the silicone ones. Silicone pastry brush. A silicone pastry brush is great for applying oil to a baking dish or spreading a glaze on pastries. It's also great for coating bread with oil or melted butter for crostini-type foods. When used as a basting brush, it's handy for applying barbecue sauce to veggie kebabs on the grill or portobello burgers in the oven. Tongs. Tongs are an everyday kitchen tool with many uses. Use a pair to grip, lift, flip, and move food. They're great for tossing salads and cooking pasta. If you're in a pinch, you can even use tongs to squeeze the juice out of lemons. There are varieties with non-detachable silicone heads that won't scratch off or damage your cookware. All right, let's move into kitchen gadgets. In this category, I have high-speed blender. Getting a high-speed blender is an investment, but there's so much that you can do with it. You can make smoothies, nut butter, frozen fruit sorbet, nut milks, spreads and dips, drinks and desserts, purees and soups. A high-speed blender can help with food prep by chopping, creaming, grinding, and even kneading dough in a pinch. You can even freshly grind your own flours using this attachment. Some swear by it for both the flavor and nutrition of the resulting flour. An immersion blender. An immersion blender is great for small or last-minute blending tasks. It allows you to blend soups, stews, and sauces right in the pot without having to transfer back and forth to a blender. I prefer the type of immersion blender that has a stainless steel attachment rather than plastic, since I often use it with hot soups. A bullet blender. If your budget is tight and your kitchen space is small, a bullet blender is your best friend. It's compact yet versatile. Not only can you use it to make smoothies, juices, and shakes, but you can also use it to grind oats, nuts, seeds, and coffee. I love the easy cleanup. A spice grinder. If you've ever only used pre-ground spices, you owe it to yourself and your cooking to try grinding your own. Toasting and blitzing whole spices right before using them unlocks a depth and complexity of flavor that can't compare with powder from a jar. You can also grind flax seeds into flax meal. A slow cooker. A slow cooker brings out the flavor in foods through long, low temperature cooking. It's excellent for making one-pot soups, stews, beans, and casseroles. With this kitchen gadget, you can prep your ingredients in the morning, put them in the slow cooker, and set it to cook on low all day. Your meal will be ready to eat at night. An electric pressure cooker. An electric pressure cooker automatically regulates heat and pressure while cooking and doesn't have a hissing, rattling valve on top like its stovetop counterpart. In addition, they combine a pressure cooker, slow cooker, rice cooker, yogurt maker, and many other cooking functions all in one handy kitchen tool. Plus, an Instant Pot will dramatically cut down on your cooking time. It's no wonder why these have become so popular these days. Stovetop pressure cooker. A stovetop pressure cooker cooks meals in a fraction of the time it takes on a stove, oven, or in a slow cooker. The pressure forces liquid into tough proteins, beans, and starches, which results in tender and soft foods with better texture and flavor. The quick cooking time means you retain more vitamins and minerals in every bite. Don't be intimidated. Once you get the knack of it, they're easy to use. A spiralizer. A spiralizer is the best kitchen tool for more inventive cooking. You can turn vegetables and fruits into noodles and make creative dishes while sneaking more vitamins and minerals into your diet. Hello, zoodles. For anyone carb sensitive looking for a grain-free pasta alternative, it's a must. Hand mixer. A hand mixer lets you mix at the stovetop, sink, or counter using a separate bowl or pot. It's best for light-duty mixing, like making cake batter or cookie dough. Also use it to make mashed potatoes and whip coconut cream and aquafaba in minutes. A food processor. A food processor is like a powerful knife that makes quick work of chopping and grinding all sorts of different ingredients. Whether you're slicing onions or shredding cabbage for slaw, this kitchen tool is as multifunctional as it gets. You can even knead bread dough and make your own hummus. I like to make pie dough using a food processor. It will give you perfect results in seconds. Now let's get into our cookware. A stainless steel frying pan, also known as a skillet. A frying pan is perfect for stir frying and quick cooking techniques where the ingredients move around a lot in the pan. At the same time, a stainless steel pan distributes heat evenly, prevents food from sticking, and won't react with the acidic ingredients like tomatoes or vinegar. Cast iron frying pan. Not all pans can claim to go from stovetop to oven, but a cast iron frying pan does precisely that. You can use it like a roasting pan, a skillet, or a wok. Bake garlic knots and even make a pizza or apple tart in your pan. It's also excellent at retaining heat, which means you can use it to keep food warm before serving. Cast iron griddle. The smooth, even heating surface of a cast iron griddle is great for making pancakes, charring vegetables, as well as toasting thick slabs of bread for crostini. It's also great for cooking homemade tortillas, dosas, making grilled cheese sandwiches, and can even act as a pizza stone. Unlike the skillet version, a griddle has low sides. This makes it easy to get in there to flip a pancake. Stainless steel baking sheet. A baking sheet or a sheet pan can tackle everything from baking cookies, pastries, and bread to making healthy sheet pan dinners. The sheet pan has a shallow outer rim around all four sides to keep juices and other liquids from being lost and messing up your oven. Stainless steel is a good choice because it heats quickly and evenly. They also last forever. Baking dish. A baking or casserole dish is perfect for making casseroles, lasagnas, roasting vegetables, and even baking bread puddings and cobblers. It can go directly from the oven to the dining table to the refrigerator with leftovers. You can get one made from either glass or ceramic. A saucepan. A saucepan is great for cooking anything that requires a lot of liquid. This includes blanching, stewing, simmering, making soups and sauces. It's smaller than a stock pot or a Dutch oven, but it's deeper and usually less wide than a frying pan. It's a standard piece of cookware every home cook needs. A stock pot. If you need something larger than a saucepan, a stock pot should be your go-to kitchen tool. It's built for long simmers and perfect for making large quantities of soups, stock, stews, or chili. You can also use it to steam a large quantity of corn on the cob, make applesauce, or stew tomatoes in preparation for canning tomato sauce. A steamer basket. Steaming allows food to retain more of its original nutrients than the cooking process. It's considered a healthy cooking process because the food is not cooked with oil. A steamer basket can handle anything from dumplings to wedges of hearty squash. I even steam slices of sourdough bread to make them soft and digestible. There are stainless steel steamer baskets and bamboo steamer baskets, so it's a personal choice which type you prefer. Baking tools. Cake pan. If you want to bake a cake, you're going to need a cake pan. A good cake pan conducts heat to the batter steadily so that the cake rises more evenly. Additionally, it should be light enough to keep the crust delicate and thin. I prefer to use stainless steel cake pans as a healthy alternative to non-stick or aluminum bakeware. A muffin pan. You can use a muffin pan for much more than baking muffins and cupcakes. You can also use it to make mini cheesecakes, mini lentil loaves, quiches, or breakfast cups. A muffin pan is also great for making no-bake chocolate peanut butter cups. Just like the cake pan, stainless steel is best. You'll never have to replace it as they last forever. A loaf pan. If your bread tends to overbrown or your pound cake always sticks to the pan, it might be time to get a loaf pan. Also called a bread pan, this kitchen tool is not just for banana bread. For example, you can make your own granola bars in a loaf pan. In fact, you can also use it to make a lentil loaf or pot pie dish. If you want to make any kind of a pie, you'll need a pie dish. This dish is perfect for pies, quiches, and pot pie baking. Because it heats slowly, the gradual heat is ideal for evenly cooking the pie, including the bottom of the crust, the filling, and the edges. In addition, a fluted rim allows you to crimp the edges of your crust with ease. A tart pan. A tart pan gives your tarts or quiches those clean, sharp edges that make the dish look crisp and professional. A good tart pan has a removable bottom, allowing you to remove the baked goods with ease without marring the crust. Some other useful tools include a sharpening stone. Kitchen cutting tools, especially knives, need to be sharpened regularly, unless they're ceramic. Believe it or not, a dull knife is more dangerous to use than a sharp knife. A sharpening stone is a tried and true method for honing a knife. It's reliable, durable, and produces a flawlessly sharp blade when executed correctly. Sharpening steel. A sharpening steel should go hand in hand with a sharpening stone. After sharpening your knife with a sharpening stone, use a sharpening steel to hone the edge and keep it straight. It's great for keeping a sharp knife sharp. It's more or less useless on a blade that's already dull. Cheesecloth. There are many uses for cheesecloth beyond cheese making. Use it to strain your own homemade cold brew or vegetable stock. It's also great for adding dusted sugar to cocoa to finish off your cake or cookies. Place your herbs in a cut piece of cheesecloth and tie the top with twine. Drop the herb sachet into your soup or stew for added flavor, with less mess. Mason jars. Though they've gained popularity as drinking glasses, There are many other ways to use mason jars in the kitchen. For example, you can use them to preserve foods for up to a year when canned. For meal prep, you can portion your eats for the week and store them in mason jars. A nut milk bag. If you regularly make your own nut milk or seed milk, you definitely need a nut milk bag. Apart from straining homemade nut milks, a nut bag can also strain the pulp out of freshly made juice, act like a coffee filter, and make yogurt. Just be sure to wash it regularly to keep it at its best, and replace it when it starts to get funky. Bonus kitchen tools and gadgets? Kid-safe knives. Giving children a knife of any kind seems dangerous, yet you want to teach them confidence in the kitchen and keep them busy while you cook. This 3-piece knife set has serrated nylon blades with blunt tips. They allow little chefs to help with cutting soft fruits and veggies while keeping their hands and fingers safe. Apron. Whether it's a vintage-style apron or a more straightforward black apron like this, having an apron keeps your clothes clean and free from dust and debris while you're cooking. It also helps you to look cute while you're cooking and get you in the cooking mood. So I hope you enjoyed this chef-curated list of kitchen tools and kitchen gadgets. The right kitchen tools can make your cooking experience so much easier and more fun. Now you know about important cooking tools that can help you cook healthy meals faster and more efficiently. I hope this makes a positive difference for you and wish you many happy meal prepping experiences. Comment what your favorite cooking tool is. I'd love to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.